Hi everyone, I hope you're all okay. If you haven't seen one of my videos before, my name is Jean and it's mostly videos of unboxings that I do on here, and I'm trying to get back into it for this year after a little bit of a pause for the first 2 or 3 months. So what I've got for you today, because it's the end of April, is the April ScrawlrBox, and I can also show you what I did with the supplies that came in the March box. So I'll do that first. Every month ScrawlrBox has a different prompt for people to use to interpret how they want to, and to use the supplies in the boxes that they get through. The prompt for the March box was bees at ease, so there's probably 1001 pictures that you could do with that sort of theme in it, and this is the one that I came up with. I did use the things that were in the March box, which were, well, you can see from here, but I used some additional ones which I had from older boxes as well. Let's see if I can get it close enough up so you can actually see the detail on it. There you go. So rather than a picture of a bee sleeping in a flower, I thought I'd interpret it like this. A bee in a little egg chair, sitting having a cup of tea with her glasses on and reading a magazine. So yeah, that's what I came up with anyway. Right, so let's get on to what we've got in here. Now, I haven't seen any spoiler videos yet. I've not looked at anybody else's review videos, and I've got no idea what's in this box yet. And your first view is the same as mine. If I can get it open. Oh, blimey. This box arrived last week, I think it was, and I've just not got round to opening it yet, although I've had that picture done for the last couple of weeks. Okay, this is what we get, what we see on first opening. Okay, so we've got a pad of postcards, a 30% cotton, slightly textured paper, ideal for most watercolour styles, gouache, pen and ink, acid-free, archival, and it's a Winsor and Newton pad. Thousands of artists, one destination. It's time to let your art travel. Paint your postcard, mail it to us, and be part of our ever-growing gallery of artists from around the globe. Interesting. The art prints for April is this, and it's by Katerina Kramova. I'm an illustrator and graphic designer currently based in Prague, Czech Republic. Although I have some formal art education, my journey with watercolour started excuse me, later, when I discovered it on my own alongside digital illustration. I run a small business creating handmade ceramic palettes for artists, and I also sell stationery products featuring my illustrations. In addition to painting, I host workshops and offer illustration services. I've never wanted to choose just one direction, so my work naturally combines all of these areas. Nicely done. Okay, right, let's see what else we've got in here. So we've got Scrawlzine number 128. I will leave the recommended retail price of these supplies in the information block downstairs, so if anybody wants to have a look at it, it's there and you can see how much everything in the box would cost if you bought it retail. So we've got a brush made for watercolours. It's a Winsor and Newton Cotman brush. It looks like it's mainly, it's a full Winsor and Newton box. Granulation station, watercolour with a fun effect. Granulation to add something a little extra to your work. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tubes of Winsor and Newton paint, and then we've also got a Winsor and Newton 0.5 fine liner, this month's sticker to go with the print, and there's also a blue raspberry flavour heart-shaped lolly. In the magazine we have got a sit down with Katerina, a little bit of a Q&A, and we've got some scrawler tips as well, which are all there. Then we go into a deep dive using Winsor and Newton watercolour, and an idea for doing some painted stamps, and you get a little stepped tutorial on doing that. There's also a QR code to watch a video on how to do it. We've got a couple of pages on artists' advice, and then we've got Scroll Gallery for box 126, which was Forest Finds. Don't think I bothered doing anything for that one. I couldn't, I battered the idea around for a while, but I couldn't think of anything, so I left it. There's some nice little ideas there though. And then we've got Scrawler Top 3 for box 126, and these are, they're all there. Sorry, my finger's just covering up a QR code because you don't need it unless you've got the box to scan it. Then we've got Scrawler Extra, 5 Winsor and Newton watercolour innovations throughout history. Oh, interesting. Introduction of moist watercolour cakes, professional watercolour field box enabling plein air painting, Series 7 Kolinsky watercolour brushes fit for royalty, educational 1 shilling handbooks, modern innovations, pro marker watercolours, and timeless watercolours reinvented. And that's all there. Now, thousands of artists, one destination, art mail has landed. And there's actually a competition to go along with it as well, but you do need the stuff that's in the box to be able to take part in that, and it tells you how to do it here. This month's Scrawler Challenge is Destination Unknown, so that is going to be something interesting to have a go at. Let's have a look what these supplies are like, eh? There's a little hole in the paper here, and the tubes are just about ready to fall out. Oh. Right, so this is the paintbrush. It's a, now I'm not sure if that's a number 6 or a number 9, but that's how thick that one is. Keep that on just to protect the bristles. This month's sticker, blue raspberry lolly, and this is the fine liner pen I mentioned. Let's see, have I got a bit of paper I can okay, so just so you can see how fine it is. That's actually not not too bad. That would be a nice pen to do like a fine line around any little hand-drawn pictures, just to create a border around them. And then we've got these tubes of Winsor and Newton watercolours. So we've got Smalt Dumont's Blue, which is that one. If I take the lid off, let's see if it's not got a... yeah, there you go. You can see that's a fairly dark blue. This is going to be an interesting one to have a go at. And then we've got Raw Umber, which is like a pale earth colour. Next up, there's Viridian Hue. It's quite a vivid green colour. And I've just gone and got it on my finger. So if I do that with it, you can see what that's like. Next up, we've got Terra Verte, which is, it looks quite dark in the tube, but if you look at the band on the top there, it looks pretty pale. Let's I'll put a little bit on my finger. That's squeezing itself out. So yeah, comparing the two greens together, you can see that one is the Terra Verte. And then we've got Quinacridone Violet. Well, that's not a colour name I've heard of before, so I might have a look into that. And that's what that one's like. That was a bit of a bigger bit on my finger than I intended. But that's what that's like. These will be easy to wash off. It's watercolour paint after all, so yeah, that'll be all good. Okay, so I'm going to have a little bit of a think about what I want. Excuse me, what I want to do for this challenge, and hopefully by the time that the May box arrives, I will have got something to be able to show you. So I hope you've enjoyed watching this video. It was only going to be a short one anyway. Let me know what you think in the comments section, and if you've not already subscribed to my channel and you like this video, you want to see a bit more, I'd really appreciate it if you do subscribe. You know, if the hype button's there, if you're watching on your phone, please feel free to hype it. That'd be quite nice. And just drop me comments, let me know what you think, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for coming along, and I'll see you next time. Have a good weekend. Bye.